And live from the capital city in Charleston, West Virginia, tonight, Video Production presents the Region 3 Class 4A co-final in girls basketball between the Lady Flying Eagles from Beckley Woodrow Wilson taking on the Lady Cougars from Capital. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry along with Eric Thomas. And Eric, for the Capital Cougars, will the third time be the charm, or will it be the charm for Beckley, since Capital has already beaten Beckley twice during the regular season?
Yeah, and the old adage is, Maris, in sports, it's hard to beat someone 3 times. I don't know whether that's true or not, but it seems like the losing team sometimes plays a lot tougher, and maybe it's a little overconfidence from the winning team of the 2 games.
Well, Eric, when we go back and we look at the first meeting, was played, seems like forever ago, December 28th, here on this floor at Capital High School. Capital won that game convincingly, 68-50. Then you and I had the opportunity to broadcast right here on Video Productions the January 11th matchup in Beckley, which Capital won 54-39. Now, granted, Coach Brian Neighbors said that Beckley was 2 entire different teams as far as personnel is concerned in those 2 games. That'll be the case again tonight. He says his team is totally different personnel-wise and playing much different as they come into this game tonight than they did in either one of those 2 games in the regular season.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of that, because we've witnessed the evolution of this girls basketball team, you know, piecing together and finding out a good mixture and a good chemistry. And I think his girls really need to just focus on this game, which this is a winner-take-all type of atmosphere, but you got to have a short-term memory after taking the thrashing at Greenbrier East.
Well, as you pointed out, Eric, this is for all the marbles, because the winner of this game will punch their ticket to next week's Girls State Championships at the Charleston Civic Coliseum. Of course, you have to win tonight to get to the state tournament and then win 3 games. But for the loser, their season comes to an end. But as you mentioned, Beckley, they were humbled a little bit by a 15-point loss Friday night at Greenbrier East.
And that, you can use that as a coaching tool if you're Coach Brian Neighbors. And I'm sure Coach Michael Cunningham can do that on the flip side and say, look, the last game Beckley went up and beat Greenbrier East on their floor during the regular season, but that game did not matter, in the sectional final, and Greenbrier East turned the tide, and he doesn't want that to happen to the Capital Lady Cougars.
For Beckley coach Brian Neighbors in his 7th year, a win tonight would mean that he would reach the state tournament for the 4th time in the last 5 years, and that would be such a great accomplishment for this Beckley girls program.
Yeah, you know Brian as well as I do. That was his goal. That was his ultimate goal, to build this team into a perennial state tournament team, and not just get there, but the challenge for the tournament and the state championship, and I don't think he wants a feather in his cap. He expects to really get to the tournament, and he's going to have to go through a tough Capital team tonight. And
Eric really filled the records out. Beckley 3 games under 500 at 9-12. Capital 4 over 500 at 14-10. I don't think that means anything tonight.
Not at all. They're 0-0 tonight. Winner take all game.
Both teams are going through their warm-ups, and we're about 10 minutes away from getting this game tipped. We'll take our first break. You're watching live streaming coverage of this Region 3 Class 4A co-final, streaming live here on Video Productions.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we welcome you back to the Cougars Den on the campus of Capitol High School here in the state's capital of Charleston. It's a battle between the Lady Flying Eagles from Beckley, 9-12, taking on Capitol, 14-10. And Eric, this is only one of 8 regional games that are taking place tonight, or actually you could say, I guess, co-regional, because on the other side of this particular region, up at Fairleigh tonight, it's George Washington and Greenbrier East, and Capitol beat George Washington. And then, of course, as we mentioned on Friday night, Greenbrier East beat Beckley, so that's why Beckley has to come down here to Capitol and why George Washington goes to Greenbrier East. Yeah,
and both games will be hard-fought games because all 4 teams are state tournament caliber teams. This is a tough region, and I expect 2 battles in both games.
And no, Eric, even though, and as we mentioned record, and I don't think record matters in this game tonight, but even though Capitol was only 14-10, I think pretty much all season they were the top team in this region, and they were voted as they seed them 1 through 8 in the region, the whole region, and then they figure out your pecking order in the section. Capitol was the top overall seed, even though they were only 14-10.
Yeah, and they definitely they deserved that overall seed. They handily beat Beckley early in the season, and I think they have 2 wins over George Washington.
They do.
They do. So I mean, I don't think they played Greenbrier East in the regular season.
I don't think they did. And I'll look out their schedule.
So just based off of that, you would have to give them the seed. That seeding based on Beckley went to Greenbrier East and won, so Capitol definitely deserves to be the number 1 seed.
Right. They played Huntington, which is but is the overall number 1 team, I think, in 4A. They did lose to Huntington, but they played Martinsburg Hurricane, Beckley a couple times. They played Boyd High School, Belfry High School. They played George Washington. Fairmont, who's got a really good team in their respective class. Spring Valley, Wheeling Park, Parkersburg, Cabell Midland, so Morgantown. So they played a really difficult schedule.
Yeah, really difficult. Out of those 10 losses, I mean, Morgantown, a lot of those schools you named will be sitting in Charleston next week. And,
of course, Beckley did as well with a real difficult schedule. And the thing about it, the key is, Capitol, they do have 4 girls that are averaging double figures. They have Kiara Brown and Taylor Boxley at 15 each. They have Natalia Sales at 13 and Maya Toombs at 10. But I think it's not so much of shutting down any one of those scores, but if you force them to miss, you've got to get the rebound. And that's what really hurt Beckley Friday night, as Greenbrier East just beat them up on the glass.
Yeah, they got pounded on the glass, and you can rectify that with just boxing out, playing sound fundamental basketball will keep you in any game. Anytime you give any team second, third, and fourth chances to make a basket, that's going to be detrimental to you.
So Beckley came off the floor. Capitol still out there going through their warm-ups. We'll take our second pregame break, and we're about 5 or 6 minutes away from tipping off this Region 3 Class 4A co-final as you're watching it live streaming here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back to the Cougars Den here at Capital High School. Beckley has already come off the floor and got into the locker room, Eric. Capital still going through the warm-ups. But for the winner of this game, they will punch their ticket to next week's girls' state tournament at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum right down the road. For the loser, their season is over. And that's one thing we were talking about, Eric, in our last segment, how important every possession is, that you cannot give up multiple possessions. When you play good defense and you stop somebody and you force a tough shot and they miss, you've got to secure the rebound.
Yeah, you have to do the, like we stated in the last segment, do the little things. Box out, make free throws, and value every possession like it's your last, because it very well could be.
So let me ask you this, Eric. If this game's in the 50s, who does it favor?
I think it actually favors the Beckley Lady Flying Eagles because of the Capital balance. They have three ladies in double figures. Four in double figures. And if you look at the last meeting, Kyra Brown had 21 points and Natalia Sells had 12. Them by themselves almost outscored Beckley's team.
Right, and the 4 girls that are in double figures of Capital, they total up 53 points. So you're right. So if this game gets in to the 60s, then it probably favors Capital. If it gets 65 and up.
Yeah, and you have a fighting chance, a puncher's chance on the road if you can keep that score down.
And I think, and we'll get to this in our Beckley Automall keys to the first half, but I think what is key, obviously, that Beckley gets off to a good start.
Yeah, on the road especially, and the momentum, they feed off the crowd, the home team, and which Beckley has a good following here tonight, but, it's nothing like playing at home.
Well, that's for sure. As Capital's done with their warm-ups, Beckley back out on the floor. We're going to go ahead and take our final pregame warm-up, and we'll have the playing of the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineup as you are watching live streaming coverage of Region 3 Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Don't throw your tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World at Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to the Cougars Den here at Capitol High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Robbie Mounts producing and directing tonight. The winner of this game will punch their ticket to the Girls State High School basketball tournament next week. For the loser, their season is over. And Eric, that brings us to our Beckley Auto Mall Keys to the First Half. And Keys to the First Half brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go see Rick Lewis, Mike Earhart, Chuck Bentley, or John Fornash, and they'll put you in a vehicle that will best fit your needs. So, Eric, your Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half.
Well, you alluded to one of the keys for Beckley is to really get off to a good start, a good shooting start in this game. And in the first meeting, the second meeting at home against Capital, they only had one player to get into double figures, and that is Abby Dillon. So they need to find some balance early. And for the Capital Cougars, just keep doing what you do and sharing the ball and play good sound zone defense.
And one thing, too, Eric, Beckley had a dismal shooting night up at Greenbrier East Friday, only 12 of 54 from the floor.
And that really shows you, as bad as they shot it against Greenbrier East, they shot probably their best shooting night of the year against Princeton, going for 47% from the floor.
We'll give you the Beckley starters here in a minute. One thing of note, Beckley will be without Sarah Hopkins. She didn't play Friday in the game against Princeton, and it came toward the end of the game. She took a charge, Eric, and I was told that she tore an ACL. So it's really not just basketball. She was a really good softball player, so that season's lost, and she really won't be available, I'm told, until maybe close to November before she can really come back.
Yeah, and I hate to see that for that young lady, especially not just losing out on this game, but on a softball season, and we wish her a speedy recovery.
And she definitely could help Beckley because she can shoot the long ball, and that's something that Beckley could have used the other night. But once again, as we get you ready for this Region 3 Class 4A co-final, the winner goes to the state tournament. Beckley will go with Creasy, Cross, Zokowski, Dillon, and Law. And for Capital, it'll be Brown, Boxley, Sales, Bishop, and Toombs. Capital in the white uniforms, trimmed in royal blue. And for Beckley, the traveling maroon uniforms, trimmed in gray with the white piping around the numbers. It'll be Zokowski in the center circle, jumping against Sales, and we are ready to go. The winner of the game will advance to next week's state tournament, and the ball's in the air, and it's controlled by Beckley going to the basket to my right. So let's see how Capital will start out. They'll start out in a man-to-man as Creasy lost the ball momentarily and able to get the ball to Law. Go ahead, Eric.
It looks like early they're going to try to feed the post.
And that's what I was going to say. Get the ball in Zokowski. The shot is blocked, but Abby Dillon able to maintain the possession. And Beckley will try again. Capital won the 2 regular season meetings as Beckley turns it over on the first possession. Here come the Cougars on the run, 2-on-1. A scoop shot is no good, and Capital is out of bounds. So Beckley very fortunate, Eric, that Capital had a 2-on-1 and not able to convert.
Yeah, and they usually make that, and a lot of nerves probably early on in this game will lead to a few turnovers, and whoever can handle these nerves early on will have the advantage.
That was Kiara Brown that missed that layup. She's one of the leading scorers at 15 a game. Here's Law with it, finds Dillon. Dillon had a big game, and she puts up a 3-ball, and Abby Dillon rains a 3 to get Beckley on the board first.
And that's a good sign if you're Beckley on the road, getting Abby Dillon off and shooting hot.
Yeah, Dillon had 20 in the win against Princeton. She had, I believe it was 12 the other night at Greenbrier East. Of course, Beckley only had 34. Here's Capital on the drive. Here's about a 10-footer left of the lane. Good by Sales.
Sales did a good job of, looked like Beckley started out in the zone.
Creasy, you're right, misses the shot. Zokowski with the rebound, and we've got a jump ball. Possession will turn it over to Capital. But you're right, as we watch the little general instant replay of Abby Dillon's 3-ball.
Yeah, she did a great job coming off of screen, getting her shoulder square, and knocking down a big tray early here.
And Beckley looks like they're going to maybe put a little pressure on the ball and then get back into a zone, as you mentioned. Here's Capital on the attack. Toombs with it. Now the ball comes over to Sales. Beckley trying to push Capital further out.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting in their zone bag here a little bit.
Here's a pass inside to drive to the basket. It's going to be a Beckley foul as Boxley who averages 15 a game. She took the ball in the low post, attacks the basket, will draw the foul.
Well, they took advantage of a mismatch right there, and I think they're going to call – I know they're going to call that on Abby Dillon as Boxley had Abby pinned, and she was pretty much in no man's land right there.
The free throw was good.
On the instant replay here, that's a mismatch that Capital can take advantage of all night long.
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to get your star point guard in foul trouble early. 1 of 2, and Cross runs down the rebound, and we're even at 3. Creasy under pressure, breaks the pressure, into the front court. Zukowski right of the lane, backs her defender down, up and under, loses the ball. She had a good move. She's just not able to hang on to the ball. And here's Capital. And this is when they're at their best, running as the shot from 15 feet is no good, but there's an offensive rebound by Sales. We talked about that, Eric, on top. Here's a 3 from the left corner. Good. Kiera Brown rings a 3. And Capital on a mini 6-0 run.
And right on cue is one of our keys to the game is not second chance points. And that right there, you gave them 2 shots at an open look, and they knocked it down.
The Capital playing stingy man-to-man defense. Law having a lot of trouble out there. Now give the ball to Dillon, and they knock the ball in the backcourt. And Dillon, she gets into the lane, a lot of contact, and they call traveling. Looked like she got bumped.
Yeah.
And the Beckley crowd doesn't like that, but it'll go as a Beckley turnover.
And that's their 3rd of the first period, as we can watch the 3 off a good, better, best right here as Brown knocks it down from downtown.
That was great ball movement by Capital. So here's the Cougars as they work the ball around the Beckley zone. We're about 3 minutes into the first quarter. Here comes another 3 up. Good! Downtown Kiera Brown, and Beckley quickly wants a timeout as Capital is on a 9-0 run and take a 9-3 lead. We've got a 30-second timeout, and while we do, we want to tell you about Ken Williams Body Shop. Ken Williams Body Shop located at 110 New River Drive in Beckley. If you can dial him up at 304-255-2845, Ken Williams Body Shop. Well, Eric, right now, if you're Coach Brian Neighbors, you needed that timeout after scoring Abby Dillon's 3 ball to go up 3-0. Capital has come back, and they've hit a couple threes on their own, and they've run off 9 in a row.
And Capital has done it on the defensive end. They're really pushing the Beckley guards way out. I think Coach Neighbors may want to get the ball more in Abby Dillon's hands. I know they're trying to run her as the 2 right now, but it seems like Creasy's having a tough time with this pressure early as they extend it to a full court 2-2-1.
Yeah, first it was man-to-man pressure. Now, as you mentioned, want to get the ball out of the hands of Abby Dillon, and she races up the sideline, and she's fouled by Kiera Brown.
And Abby does. Now, I think they're going to get Skylar Bishop
I think you're right. It is Skylar Bishop.
That would be her first.
So Bishop gets whistled for the Capital foul. It'll be common foul, side out for Beckley.
So it's 1 foul each, and Abby did a good job of not letting them utilize the sideline as a third, another defender.
So here's Dillon with it. Beckley trying to spread them out, trying to get some more spacing on the floor. Around the horn they go. Trying to get the ball to Zukowski in the low post. They do. She spins, goes, puts up the shot, no good, gets her own rebound, and throws it away. They've really defended Zukowski good each time that she's caught the ball in that low post. So Capital with the ball, currently on a 9-0 run. Here's a 3 ball. It is in and out, no good, and Josie Cross clears the rebound for Beckley. Here's Creasy with it.
Something to look at a little bit as Creasy gets picked by Kyra Brown.
And Brown goes in for the easy layup.
Sorry to overtalk you there, but it looks like Zukowski is favoring her right hand. Looks like it's wrapped.
Yeah, she hurt that in the Greenbrier East game, but right now Capital on 11-0 run. We're halfway through the first quarter. Zukowski, head of the lane. They've cut her off. Beckley just has not been able to get anything going, Eric, other than the 3 ball by Dillon. As Maya Wooten into the game now, and Wooten throws it away.
Turnover after turnover. Not after the first possession as we look at this steal. What a great pick the pocket. Someone needs to call the Capitol Police because there was a thief right there.
Right now, Eric, I would tell you, and I think you would agree, through the first half of this first quarter, even though Capital's knocked down a couple threes, it's been their defense that has set the tone in the first half of this first quarter.
Yeah, and that defense has really sent a message to Beckley. They're not going to let them get in their sets, and run that offense. Have they been running it so great and effectively through the high post, so they're putting pressure on the guards.
Yeah, and I think Beckley's going to have to get some turnovers, and they're going to have to get some runouts. Here's a basket, or a short shot under the basket, rather no good. But once again, an offensive rebound. Here's Capital with another offensive rebound. This will be their third shot. A 15-footer from the left elbow is good by Toombs. A 13-0 Capital run. Their biggest lead is 10 right here. Dealing with the only bucket for Beckley. She had a 3-ball, and since then, Capitals ran off 13 in a row.
Yeah, and Beckley's in desperate need of some kind of offense.
Something to the basket. It's been perimeter. They've been trying to get the ball to Zokowski, but Capital's done a good job in defending her.
They're going to do a high ball screen here with
Creasy with a nice move, and it couldn't finish. She got right to the rim. She shot it too hard, and back the other way comes Capital with it. Toombs on the move. But, Eric, when you get an opportunity like that, you got to finish.
Yeah, you have to finish that. Great drive. Did everything right, is that Latasia Creasy, but finish.
Here's a nice drive to the basket for Capitals, Kiera Brown. And it's a 15-0 Capital run.
And that's Kiera Brown's 10th point of the game as Beckley turns it over.
Beckley turns it over again, and right now the wheels are coming off the wagon for Beckley. As we watch the little general instant replay.
Yeah, Brown does a good job of the dribble drive, the scoop and score.
So Kaylee Bulger into the Capital lineup. She has it now. Also in there for Beckley is Somalia Nelson. As Beckley's still in that zone. Capital working it around the horn. Here's a drive into the lane. And the 12-footer's no good, and Cross able to clear the rebound. But Beckley's got to find some offense. And here's a pass to Wooten. She goes in and finishes the layup, and that breaks a 15-0 run. Dillon with the assist, and Wooten able to make the layup as Capital turns it over.
Yeah, that's a much needed, a little Band-Aid to stop the bleeding right there. But Abby Dillon does a great job of keeping her head up, and Wooten runs the floor and finishes for them.
Wooten has just enough to get it over the rim and into the hoop. And now Beckley, they trailed by as many as 12. They're down 10. Here's Creasy down the lane getting to the rim, and they'll call a blocking foul. And I would think she would get 2 shots on this, Eric. We'll see. They're going to say no on the drive.
On the drive on the floor. I didn't see who that was whistled on. But
as we watch the replay, I think it's going to be Bishop. And back the other way comes Capital with it as Beckley turned it over. Into the lane. Here's a short shot. It's an air ball, but once again an offensive rebound. Boxley with the air ball, but Brown comes up there with it.
And once again, Beckley, the second chance shots.
Here's a shot from 3 on the right side. No good. Nelson able to get the rebound for Beckley. Creasy brings the ball up the floor.
And I think a secondary break would be good for Beckley, meaning after a shot, if you don't get a good run out, try to push it up fast before the Capital defense gets set.
Adriana Law back into the game. She's trying to find a shot, but Capital's playing good defense on her. We're coming up on a minute for the quarter, and Beckley's only scored 5 points. Creasy with a nice drive, loses the ball, and it's a tie-up, and the possession, I think, will keep it with Beckley. But that's a couple times, Eric, that Creasy's able to take her defender off the dribble, and she either missed the shot or that time she loses control of the ball.
Yeah, she just has to come under control a little better. She's doing a good job of doing that, and she just needs to keep her head up. She's doing a great job of penetrating. All is not lost right now, and just have to handle a little adversity right here.
So here's Adriana Law to throw it in as Creasy comes out of the game. Dillon with it now. She'll launch a 3-ball, and back iron, no good. Cross had it for a minute. Ball's loose, and Capitals Boxley comes out of there with it. And they throw a long pass, and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Beckley.
And I think right there is just that defense forcing Abby out a tad out of her range right there. But I don't mind that shot. If she gets an open look, she needs to try to knock it down.
Here's Adriana Law dialing up from distance. That's an air ball. And here's the one thing, Eric, and I think you would agree, as Capital will have possession. You're down 10. You can't make it all up on one possession. You just got to chip away at the lead.
And that's too quick a shot right there. Notice the situation.
Yeah.
If not, just run it down and try to score the last 2 of the quarter to cut into this lead. But now you give them possession, and they have a chance to add to the lead.
So here's Capital working the ball around. I'm not sure they're going to settle for the last shot. Every time I say that, no team does.
That's been a running theme of the year, right?
Right. And one time when I said they wouldn't take it for the last shot, a team did.
Wow.
So here comes the 3 ball from the left side. That's an air ball. That shot was taken down by Kiera Brown.
And here's where they should push it.
With 10 seconds left in the quarter, Abby Dillon with it. Got to make sure they get a good shot. They get the ball down low to Cross. They double team her. Over to Dillon. Nice head fake. Step back 3 on its way. Air ball. Zokowski cannot get the shot up in time. And at the end of 1, your score is Capital 15, Beckley 5. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Region 3 Class 4A co-final, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
This one's for everyone who spends the amount of time it would take to watch a movie, agreeing on which movie to watch. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Welcome you back to the Cougars Den here at Capitol High School as we're ready to go to the second quarter. And, Eric, you have an update on the other regional game going on between Greenbrier East and George Washington.
Yeah, at the end of 1, George Washington on the road is up 15-14 at the Lady Spartans.
So the Capital will have the ball to start the second quarter. Here's a drive. It's no good. It's a Beckley foul. They'll get Cross, I believe, with the foul. And that will get Capital's Boxley to the line to shoot a pair as we watch the replay there.
Yeah. Cross just let Boxley get a little too deep and got into the body on the shot.
So Boxley will shoot 2, and the first one is good. And that extends Capital's lead to 11.
Boxley is 2 of 3 on the night from the free throw line.
Second free throw on its way. She got them both. This equals the largest lead of the game of 12. Capital had a 15-0 run in that first quarter that got them that 12-point lead. And the lead's back to 12 now. Beckley's got to find some offense, and it's been a struggle for them. And you got to tip your hat to that Capital defense. Here's Dillon with it, and they take the ball away. Looked like there was some contact, no whistle. You got to play through it. And here's a layup on the other end by Sales.
Talia Sales, she had 12 in the last meeting, and this Capital offense is just off to a good start.
Zokowski will draw the foul, and she'll shoot 2 right of the lane. So Beckley in the biggest deficit as we watch the instant replay.
Yeah, a good job of getting the steal and getting to the rim. Capital's really capitalizing on the Beckley turnovers.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Capital capitalizing with their defense, as here's 2 free throws for Zokowski. The first one is up and in. But like I said, Eric, Beckley, you can't make it all up on 1 or 2 possessions. You have to chip away at the lead. But to chip away at the lead, you got to get stops.
Yeah, and a lot of basketball to be played, but that's one thing can happen once you get behind early on the road. You play a little more frantic as Olivia knocks that down.
So Zokowski hits both free throws to get Beckley within 12. But Beckley's got to find a way to get steals, maybe easy layups, but they've got to get stops so they can climb back into this game. The Capital 14-10, Beckley 9-12. Here's a drive right to the basket. The shot is no good as Cross gets the rebound. And back the other way come the Lady Flying Eagles.
Well, Capital got what they wanted right there, just didn't complete the job. It was great penetration. Abby picks her dribble up.
Yeah, and, got to the rim really too easy. Here's a pass inside. It's a turnover. Capital on a run out. They've got numbers. Little short shot right of the lane goes for Sales. And once again, Capital scoring off Beckley turnovers, and Beckley coach Brian Neighbors has had enough. He'll take a timeout. So let's see if this will be a 30 or a full. This will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them as you're watching live streaming coverage of Region 3 Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
We welcome you back to the Cougars Den at Capital High School. Beckley out of the timeout with possession. Maya Wooten into the ball game. Capital now looks like they're going zone, Eric, and making it really tough for Beckley as they tow it away again. And here's Capital on a run out, and a layup is good. Kiera Brown, Capital's defense has been outstanding, and they open up the biggest lead of the game, a 16-point advantage.
And that's Kiera Brown's 12th point of the 23 for the Capital Lady Cougars.
And the one thing Capital has done is they have turned their defense into offense and able to get easy buckets. Here's Dillon on a drive, and they tie her up, and we're going to have a foul called. One referee, I thought, had called a jump ball. The other will call a Capital foul on the drive.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get Capital, the reach right there.
Yeah, I didn't quite see who they'll call the foul on, but Beckley will have the possession under their own basket. Wooten looks to trigger it in, does to Abby Dillon. 3 ball, that's going to be short. I could tell it was short when she shot it. And it'll be out of bounds over to Beckley as Adriana Law will check back into the Beckley lineup. So Wooten will have a seat, Law back in, but Eric Beckley's got to find a way to take better care of the ball. And, that's hurt him. I mean, you can't get stops when you're giving up easy layups.
Well,
like
you can't get shots either.
Yeah.
When you're turning the ball over.
Open look for Creasy, and she banks in a 3 ball.
The bank is open.
I don't know whether she meant to, but it doesn't matter. It counts.
And that's only the 3rd field goal of the first half for the Lady Flying Eagles.
Here's Capital. They get to the rim too easy. Wow. And one by Kiera Brown. What a tremendous play.
What a
broke down
fake.
The defender, got to the rim, Eric. Get the hoop in the harm as we watch it on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Yeah, and as you watch the ball fake to get the defender.
Shaking and baking, split the Beckley.
Yeah,
that's just way better offense than the defense.
And that one was whistled on Creasy as
Brown. And Brown
gets
is
the hoop and tries to get the harm.
And Kiera Brown finishes off a 3-point play. Kiera Brown is one of the 2 leading scorers for Capital at 15 a game, and she was shaking and baking on that last play as Maddie Belcher will be in on the next dead ball.
Well, unofficially she has 17.
Yeah, and Beckley in a big hole as Law dials up a 3. It's not there, 1 and done. Back the other way, here comes Toombs with Capital on the run. Hits the ball over in the far corner. Sails on the drive. And that's one thing, Eric. Capital girls are taking Beckley off the dribble, getting to the rim too easy. The biggest lead of the game right here.
And it's a 2-woman show right now.
Zokowski, they double team her. Nice shovel pass across and one. That was a beautiful pass by Zokowski. As we'll watch this on the Little General instant replay, watch this pass.
And that was a good 2-man game right there. And Josie, it's good to see Josie Cross get into the scoring column because she does all the little things for the Lady Flying Eagles. And right now she's getting rewarded with a 2, and let's see if she can polish the 3-point play.
Josie Cross at the line. She completes the 3-point play. But Beckley needs more plays like that as Cross will come out and Nelson in. But for Beckley, and I think you would agree, Eric, to come back and really have a legitimate chance to win this game. And like we said, we got a lot of basketball left. They got to get stops. They cannot let Capital drive to the basket as easy as Capital's been getting to the rim.
Yeah, at this juncture in the game, you cannot trade baskets.
Yeah, you've got to get 2 and 3 stops in a row. Here's a drive. Look at that layup right of the lane. They just missed the shot. Good rebound by Zokowski. And now Beckley's got to take advantage if they're going to creep back into the ball game. Zokowski in the center of the lane, puts up a short shot, got the row, And that's a little 5-0 run, and sometimes that's what you need, Eric, kind of, runs within runs. And Beckley had cut the lead from 28-10 now to 28-15. Zukowski with the steal. Back the other way. Beckley trying to have defense become offense. Zukowski's shot is long. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds to Capitals.
Hey, right play. She did the right thing in pulling up, trying to, not driving into a charge, but just a little too much hot sauce on the shot.
There's the previous bucket by Zukowski getting the roll. So Beckley, as I mentioned, currently on a 5-0 run.
And they've done it defensively. They need to tighten it up defensively.
They were down 18 a minute ago. They've cut the lead to 13. And there's a nice drive. That's going to be a foul on Creasy on the drive. That's only going to be the 4th team foul, so that'll be a common foul. And Capital inbound under their own basket.
Yeah, that'll be the 4th foul, but 2 on Creasy.
Maya Wooten to check in. And we're going to have a timeout, it looks like. A full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of Region 3, this Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
Lock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Out of the Capital timeout, they're able to get the ball in and score. And right now, Capital has doubled up Beckley 30-15.
Yeah, I didn't see who was able to.
Well, actually the play happened right as we was coming out of the break as Dylan's shot is partially blocked. I didn't catch you scored that bucket either. And here comes Capital with a easy layup, and that's by Kiara Brown. So after Beckley had scored 5 in a row, Capital's now ran off 4 in a row. Here's Dylan with it. Maddie Belcher with it now. Nice move. And they double team her and knock the ball out of bounds, and they're going to say it will stay with Capital, but it looked like it went off of Capital, but they'll say the Cougars will maintain possession.
Well, the Lady Cougars are definitely turning up the heat on the Lady Flying Eagles. I think they're like a shark. They taste a little blood in the water, and they're really going after their.
Well, their defense has been outstanding, and it's led to a lot of great offense, but here's a drive, and that's too easy getting to the rim, even though the shot is no good. As Zukowski comes down with it. Beckley doesn't have numbers, but here's a nice drive into the lane off the window, too strong by Dylan, and the rebound will be over to Capital as the ball goes out of bounds, as Josie Cross will check back in, and Somalia Nelson will have a seat.
And it seems like even on the routine plays by Beckley, they're really challenged. Good look by Abby, but she just had to rush it a little bit with this Capital defense.
Another thing, too, look how Capital, they've got Beckley's defense spread out here, and it gives them driving lanes to the basket. Ball comes to the corner. Here's a drive to the hoop. They pass it inside. Good play by Wooten to knock it free, and Cross gets it over to Abby Dillon. Dillon has Zukowski ahead of the pack. Good catch. Shot is too strong. As Zukowski left of the lane, put it up a little too strong, and Capital comes out of there with it.
Yeah, and it just seems like everything nothing's coming easy for this Beckley offense, and then on defense, it just seems like right now they're playing defense with cement shoes on.
There's a tough shot for Capital and a foul, and when you take a tough shot, you want to bail them out by committing a foul, as Sales will get to the line to shoot a pair.
And I think this one's going to be whistled on Maya Wooten. Got beat off the dribble, tries to recover, and Sales will go to the free throw line.
And, Eric, I think what you just said has been the whole key of this first half, got beat off the dribble. And I think that's been why Capital has been so successful on both ends of the floor, as the free throw is no good. As checking back in will be Bulger for Capital, and Creasy back in for Beckley. But Capital's defense has just been outstanding. It's really smothered Beckley. And as you said, Eric, it's made it really hard. It's made it tougher for Beckley to get any offense. But on the defensive end of the floor, it's Capital beating Beckley off the dribble.
Yeah, and off the dribble. They had to find a way to solve it as they missed both free throws.
Yep, and Cross able to do a good job to save it in. Abby Dillon brings the ball up the floor.
And right now, Coach Neighbors has made the switch that I thought he might need to, because your best ball handler and a decision maker is Abby Dillon.
Zokowski goes hard to the basket. She doesn't get the hoop, but she does get the harm. And Olivia Zokowski will step up to the line to shoot 2.
And I think that was going to be whistled on Toombs. That'll be their 16th foul.
So 2 shots for Olivia Zokowski, one of the 2 seniors that Beckley has. Adriana Law being the other senior. Zokowski makes the first free throw.
That's one thing she is. I'm going to do the commentator's jinx. She's 3 for 3 at the free throw line.
Yeah, she's been a good free throw shooter her entire career. And I don't think we'll jinx her because we did. Sorry about that, Olivia. So she makes 1 of 2, and Capital throws it away. You know, it just seems like, and I know, Eric, whether it's us here on the local level or a national college game or a pro game, whenever a broadcaster says that, you know, if they're really good shooters and they talk about them never missing, they do, or if they haven't made very many, you talk about that, and then they make one.
They make it, yep. It's
Here's
always the reverse of what you say.
What you say. Here's Abby Dillon with it. And they're trying to get the ball to Zokowski. Now Creasy has it. And she throws the ball away, but nice play by Wooten to take it back, dump it down low to Zokowski, and a great finish.
Hey, Maya, that's one thing you can say about Maya Wooten. She's going to give you her all, her 100.
That was a tremendous play, by Maya Wooten. Back on the other end, Wooten able to play good defense. The ball's out of bounds, but Wooten able to get the ball back and then get the ball down as we watch it on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Yeah, she stays with it, dribbles in and gets it to Zokowski where she can get up a nice shot. And I'm going to call her the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going.
Beautiful pass. And I think here's a drive to the basket. And the one thing I think that you would agree, I'll get to this point in a minute, here's the 3 ball for Capital, which is good. Kiera Brown has had a tremendous first half.
Yeah, that was what you call a step into 3. And
she was wide open. Down. But the thing about it, and, you know, with Maya Wooten just being a freshman, as Dillon goes down the lane, ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley. And I think you would agree. I think with all the good things as we watch the Chick-fil-A instant replay of the step in 3.
You step in 3. I mean, she's right there, ready to receive the rock and knock it down.
And back on the point to Wooten, I think she's just got to work on her outside shot, and because she does so many other things well. But I think that's one area, and I think you'd agree, she really needs to improve.
And one thing you can tell about her, she's a hard worker. She knows what she needs to work on, and she'll get it done.
Creasy dials up a 3, can't get the roll. We've got a Beckley foul.
It's going to be on Zokowski, a little over the back, trying to go get the offensive rebound.
Yep. So they'll get Zokowski over the back. So Capital, after being behind 3-0 on an Abby Dillon 3, scored the next 15, Eric, and they haven't looked back. Down the lane, a little scoop shot is no good, but she traveled. And if you're Beckley here, Eric, I think you'd agree, with 22.9 seconds left in the half, take the final shot and make sure that Capital does not get another opportunity.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I thought she almost got away with that run.
Pick and roll, head of the lane. They get the ball. Zokowski in the lane, puts up the short shot. A lot of contact, no whistle. 7 seconds left. Here's Capital on the move. You don't want to foul because you're over the limit. Here's a 3 ball by Bishop. No good. And that's how the half will come to an end. At the end of the first half of this Region 3 Class 4A co-final, it is the home team Capital. They lead the Lady Flying Eagles 35-18. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to the Cougars Den with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Robbie Mounts producing and directing. And this Region 3 Class 4A co-final, the winner will punch their ticket to next week's girls state tournament. And right now, Capital in the lead at 35-18. Beckley got the first basket, a 3-ball by Abby Dillon, and then Capital ran off 15 in a row to take a 15-3 lead. It was 15-5 at the end of the quarter. The lead got as big as 18 to 28-10. Beckley then cut it to 28-15, and Capital got it back up to 35-18, and that's where we are right now. 35-18 at the break. Your first half recap brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia, Italiano. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. 2 locations to serve you in Glen Daniel and in Leicester Square in Sofia. We'll take another halftime break. When we come back, Eric will give you some totals of the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of Region 3 Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
Former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sofia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Don't throw your tax return out the window. Make a wise investment with new replacement windows, siding, and doors from Window World at Beckley. Tax returns spent right. Our products add value, curb appeal, and energy efficiency to any home. We've been improving homes for over 18 years, and that makes us proud. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for your free in-home estimate. Window World of Beckley. We're more than just windows.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
And we welcome you back to Capitol High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Robbie Mounts producing and directing. And at the break, it's a 35-18 lead for the Capital Cougars. The winner of this game will represent this part of the region in the girls' state tournament starting next Tuesday at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. I'm not exactly sure, Eric, what day the 4A teams play. It may not be till Thursday. That was the case last year. But the winner of this game punches their ticket to the tournament. For the loser, their season is over. And before we get into the numbers of the first half, you have a score update on the other Class 4A Region 3 co-final.
Yes, at Fairleigh, GW is going on the road and trying to get the upset. They're up 28-26 at the half.
And that's against Greenbrier East. But, Eric,
yes,
you have some individual totals, and what a 35-point half, a very big half for the Capital Cougars.
Yeah, and this is the only totals you need to know for the Capital Cougars. At the break, they have 35 points, and right now 22 of them are by Kyra Brown. She's single-handedly outscored the Lady Flying Eagles on the night.
Yeah, and Brown, she came in averaging 15 and 22, so she's already 7 over her average.
And she's eclipsed what she had for the whole game in the last game at Beckley. She finished with 21. Leading the way for the Lady Flying Eagles is Olivia Zukowski. It looks like she's not making excuses, but it looks like she's laboring with a little hand injury, but she's still out there battling, and she leads the way with 7. And Abby Dillon hit the first 3 of the game, has been held scoreless the rest of the way, and Letitia Creasy with a 3-pointer.
We also want to thank Ken Williams, the Body Shop at 110 New River Drive in Beckley. You can dial him up at 304-255-2845 for help making this broadcast possible. And also our good friends at Window World of Beckley. If you're going to have that summer or spring or summer improvement job where you need, whether it be doors, windows, whatever the case may be, siding, get a hold of Window World at 304-252-7494. So we'll go ahead and take another halftime break and come back and get you ready for the second half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Region 3 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Hi, I'm Elena, and a little thing I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is the barbecue sauce. There's something in that sauce when it meshes with the chicken and the bacon and the bread all together. I mean, it is like an explosion of flavor.
Hi, I'm Rashard, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the cheesy goodness at the bottom. The way that it combines with the crispy baked layer at the top is like that added flavor, that extra jazz to it. Once the fork reaches my mouth, that's it.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to the Cougars Den here at Capitol High School with Eric Thomas, Imaris Lowry, Robbie Mounts producing and directing as Capitol has made their way out onto the floor. And Eric, we're now waiting as here comes Beckley as I spoke. But now as we get ready for the Beckley Auto Mall Keys to the Second Half, and Keys to the Second Half brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go by and see Rick Lewis and the gang. They'll take excellent care of you, and they'll make sure that you get the keys to the vehicle that will best fit your budget. So first of all, if you're Capitol, keys to the game is probably easy, right, Eric? Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, and I think they just need to stick with that pressure defense in the half courts, really pushing the Beckley offense and really harassing their guards from Beckley.
If you're Beckley coach Brian Neighbors, what are you telling your kids before you take the floor now to start the second half?
Well, two things. You can't cut in this lead, all at once. And the second thing is stop turning the ball over. A lot of, the defense from Capitals led to a few easy runouts and layups. I think they looked like they were doing a line drill in the second quarter.
Well, let me ask, Eric, I know that when you get behind and, this is the season, because if you win, you go to the state tournament, you lose, your season's over. When do you maybe start taking some chances of maybe double teaming in the backcourt, full court pressure? I know Capitol has really taken Beckley off the dribble and been a little quicker of getting to the rim, and that's really hurt Beckley. So I don't know if you're Beckley, if you want to spread your girls out all over the floor because of that, but what do you think about that?
I think after the first 2 or 3 minutes of this quarter, of the third quarter, Maris, just see how it plays out. And if your normal offense is getting some buckets and then you get some stops early, you might can just settle in and go with that regular game plan.
Well, Beckley will get the first possession in the second half, and if you're Beckley, if you can get it maybe to 10 or single digits at the end of this quarter, it puts you in a great position to make a run in the fourth quarter. As Beckley, as I mentioned, will start the second half with the first possession, and here's Abby Dillon with it. Law thought about the three. Capital quickly out on her. And now Law will put it on the deck, fake it. That's a tough shot for a Law off the window, no good, but nice rebound by Cross, and she draws the foul. She gets hit in the back of the head. Nice job on the weak side by Josie Cross.
Yeah, and Josie does a good job being Josie on the spot right here, getting to the offensive glass and getting it up. Let's see if she can knock the 2 free throws down.
Because, Eric, that was a difficult shot for Law, but it's encouraging to see Cross able to hit the offensive boards. But when you're behind, you've got to cash in at the line, and Cross comes up short.
Yeah, it's imperative to cash in at the free throw line with the clock stop, Maris. That's one way to cut into a lead without using a lot of time.
So Cross able to make 1 of 2 and trim the lead by 1 on Beckley's first possession of the second half. Here's Capital with it. Beckley looks like they're going to play man-to-man. Here's a 3 ball on the left wing. That's too strong, and Dillon gets the rebound. There's a Capital foul. That shot was missed by Toombs, and I think they'll get Toombs over the back.
Yeah, and one way to cut into a lead is hopefully if you're Beckley and you're a Beckley fan, you hope that Capital cools off a little bit from the floor.
Well, the one thing Beckley did, even though they got 1 point, Beckley scored on their first possession, and they got a stop on the defensive end. And now can they get back-to-back points as they were able to get 1 free throw on their last possession. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Dillon out to Creasy. Creasy off a ball screen. Down low, good position by Cross, and she's fouled. So in 3 possessions, 2 on the defensive end and 1 on the offensive end, Capital's committed a foul.
And one thing I think that Coach Neighbors is telling his troops right now is to be patient. This is the first semblance of offense we've seen since the very first possession when Abby Dillon hit the 3, and that has a lot to do with the way Capital played defense.
And that was Bishop committing the foul. She comes out of the game. Bolger in. Here's Okowski with it. They knock the ball free. Cross picks it up, finds Abby Dillon. Dillon on the drive, on the baseline. They cut her off. She spins back that way, trying to get to the basket. Up and under. Tough shot, and the rebound is Sales. That was a real difficult shot for Dillon. Back the other way comes Capital. Here's Bolger with a runner on the right side. No good. Long rebound. And Capital once again hitting the offensive glass.
And that was the theme of the first half, especially the first quarter. They were getting 2 and 3 cracks at a shot at scoring.
Capital working the ball around the horn. Here's a drive by Brown. A nice defensive play by Adriana Law. That's a great play by Law to help on the drive, and the possession there will keep it with Capital.
Yeah, to help on the drive and get her hands on the ball without grabbing the wrist or hand. That was a tremendous defensive play.
So it'll be Toombs to throw it in. And she'll get the ball over to Sales. And Bolger has it now. Back to Sales. Sales on the drive. Good take to the basket. Laid up and in. That's a big Sale right there as Sales able to, the dribble drive penetration, able to get to the basket and lay it up and in.
She does a good job of setting the defender up and finding a crease and getting to the rim.
This 18-point lead equals the biggest lead of the game. Capital led 28-10 in the first half. Give and go, a lot of contact, no whistles. Okowski puts it up, and Creasy comes out of the steal. But, Eric, I definitely thought that was a foul as Creasy throws it away. Back the other way, here comes Capital with the layup right of the lane, no good. Creasy gets the rebound.
Well, transition is the way to go right here before they get their defense
Creasy
set.
into the lane, nothing there. She backs it back out. Dillon thought about the 3. Now they get the ball to Zokowski. Turn around, 7-footer, back iron, no good. Cross at it for a minute, and Bolger comes out of there with it and gets the ball over to Kiara Brown. Here's Bolger, dials up a 3 from the left side. It's too strong, and rebound over to Creasy. But, you know, Capital, while they've been cold. They've only got 1 basket, and we've played over 3 minutes, Eric, of this quarter. But you got to take advantage of that if you're Beckley.
Yeah, Beckley's only scored 1 point in the quarter. Actually, they're losing the quarter right now, 2 points to 1.
Yep, and it'll stay with Beckley.
I think Beckley got away with one right there. I think that was off of Creasy's
I think
foot.
it was. As we watch the instant replay here, it was off Creasy's leg. Most definitely. Well, it's okay to get one every now and then if you're Beckley. They're going to need a lot more to get back in the game. Ball comes to Dillon. As I mentioned, Maya Wooten's checked in. Dillon on the drive. Wooten has it now. Passes to Zukowski. 12-footer. She knocks it down. Actually, a little further out than that. About 15 feet for Zukowski.
And once again, Maya Wooten does the right thing, gets the ball to the right spot. See, if you're Capital, you're content with the way the quarter's going, pulling them out and you know, for the score, so to speak, and beating them off the dribble.
Right. Take some time off the clock. You got the lead. It's definitely, you're going to coach this co-regional final different than you'd coach a regular season game. And Beckley's got to get a stop, and Zukowski does a good job, but it'll stay with Capital. Good hustle by Olivia Zukowski.
Yeah, she's the seniors really laying it all out there, and I could tell that hand is really giving her some trouble.
Capital's going to take a timeout, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here and tell you about Ken Williams Body Shop. Ken Williams Body Shop is a proud sponsor of Ladies Flying Eagle basketball here on Video Production. We appreciate everything as they're located at New River Drive in Beckley. Dial them up at 304-255-2845. But, you know, Eric, like we mentioned, this game and then 7 others in the Class 4A taking place tonight to see who all will punch their ticket to next week's girls state basketball tournament as we watch this last play on the Little General instant replay.
Yes, Maya finds a little crease, Olivia cutting. I think Olivia likes Maya, and that's 2 assists to Olivia right now.
Well, Eric, down 16 Beckley with 3:59 to go. If Beckley can cut this to 10 points, they could make a real run maybe in the fourth quarter, but they got to get it to at least 10.
Yeah, and that's manageable. Just got to get a stop.
But they got to stop Brown, and she drives down the lane, and the floater's good. She has been outstanding here tonight for the Capital Cougars.
Yeah, nice little stutter step as Abby
Dillon dials up a 3. She said, I'll trade you a 3 for a 2 anytime. But you got to get stops. Beckley down 15.
And they're going to try Maya Wooten on Kyra Brown just a little bit.
There's a drive. It doesn't go, but there's a foul as Boxley.
They're going to get.
We'll get to the line.
Going to get Abby. Now they're going to get Maya Wooten on the push as we look at the 3 by Abby Dillon, her second of the game.
So Boxley will shoot a pair. 15-point Capital lead, 3.5 to go, third quarter. First of 2 is good. But Beckley had 1 lead in this game. Actually, you could say 2 lead, 3-0 and 3-2 as 1 of 2. But then an offensive rebound and a held ball, and Beckley will have the possession arrow. But that's one thing that will drive any coach crazy. You cannot give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw.
Yeah, and that's the last 2 games, if you could look back on the Beckley and why they've lost and why they're losing right now is the offensive glass. Need to box out the fundamentals.
So Somalia Nelson into the game. Josie Cross has a seat. Here's Abby Dillon with it now. Directing traffic over to Maya Wooten. Wooten in trouble. And now out to Creasy. But Beckley's not really been able to make a dent thus far. Almost 5 minutes into this third quarter. Wooten passes down low to Zukowski. Splits the defenders, can't finish. She had a great move, and she's just not able to put it down. Here's Brown in the open floor behind the back, and she traveled. She caught the ball on her back. That was going to be a tremendous play, though, Eric.
It was going to be a nice, around the world with the ball around the waist.
Right here, she just caught it right there on her hip. If she couldn't get it around cleanly.
And she couldn't get the shot off.
So here's Beckley now. Capital now back in his zone. Dillon on the drive, penetrates into the zone, little scoop shot and scores. Abby Dillon left of the lane. Beckley can get a couple stops, get it within 10 to make a run in the fourth quarter. Boxley on the drive, into the lane, tough shot, good defense. Maya Wooten comes out of the rebound, over to Dillon. Beckley on the move. Little stutter step by Abby Dillon. Creasy with it. Trying to get the ball down low, and it's stolen away by Sales.
And I just think, instead of the charge.
That's an offensive foul, yep.
I guarantee you that's Maya Wooten getting up off the floor.
That is Wooten taking the charge.
Yes. And let's watch it on the
and you would call the charge even before the referee blew the whistle, which it was an obvious play.
Maya did a good job of getting to her spot, taking the hit.
As Josie Cross back in the game, but here's what we talked about, Eric. 14, this is a very big possession in this game right here for Beckley.
This is a real big possession. If you look at both of these teams, Maris, they're both young. Out on the floor right now for Beckley, you have freshman, and 2 sophomores. No, a junior and a sophomore.
Yeah, Creasy, the sophomore. The junior is Nelson. She has it now in the low post. Shot no good, but there's who? Maya Wooten. Here's Creasy on the drive. Throws it back out to Cross. Cross from the right elbow. In and out. Heartbreak. Battle for the rebound, and Capitals Toombs comes out of there with it. And nothing there. Smartly for Toombs. She holds it up and backs it back out. That's a smart play by Maya Toombs.
Yeah, a good-looking look by Josie. Just nothing fell for her.
Here's Boxley with it. And like I said, Capital, they can afford, Eric, to really spread Beckley out and run clock with this lead.
Yeah, you can guarantee Coach Michael Cunningham wants his troops, girls, to pull the ball out because they can beat Beckley pretty much anytime they want to off the dribble.
And they get the ball in the lane to Boxley. They throw the ball out now. Here's a 3-ball on the right side. In and out, no good, but an offensive rebound. Boxley back up and in. That's a dagger right there. To run all that time off and you force a missed shot from the corner and you can't get the rebound, and Capital on the putback goes back up 42-26. Wooten with it.
Capitals, they do a great job of hedging.
Here's Dillon with open 3. Short, cross battles for the rebound. It'll go over to Capital. But the one thing when you look at Beckley, who they have on the floor now, and as good as Maya Wooten is, like I said, I don't think Capital really has to worry about her taking the 3-ball if they leave her open.
Yeah, she's in for her heart hustle, the way she gets
in for
after
her defense, and she's scrappy and she plays hard, and but like I said, that's one thing in the off season she'll have to really work on her shot. As here's a Capital miss by Boxley, and Creasy has it taken away. Brown down on the floor to get that steal. But Capital's Kiara Brown has been outstanding here tonight.
Yeah, she definitely has. She's really asserted herself early. And
here's a deep 3, no good, right ahead of the buzzer, and that's how the third quarter will come to an end. At the end of 3, it's Capital 42, Beckley 26. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Region 3 Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to the Cougars Den here at Capitol High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Robbie Mounts producing and directing. Capital will have the first possession of the fourth quarter. And if you're Capital, Eric, you can feel it. You're up 42-26, and Capital is 8 minutes away from punching their ticket to next week's state tournament.
Hey, they're 8 minutes away from, they'll be a home team playing in the capital city.
But let's see if Beckley can do something about that. They have this last quarter to try to make up the deficit in which they're behind. The Capital will start the fourth quarter with the possession.
If there's one thing you know about the Lady Flying Eagles, they have the personality of that coaching staff, and don't look for them to give up anytime soon.
They'll continue to play hard. But Capital, like I said, have to be in no hurry. And not really a deliberate stall, but They just want to spread Beckley out so they can have driving lanes to the basket.
Hey, I actually like to see this. A lot of teams don't play like they're winning the ball game. And, yeah, I mean, you got to get out on them and maybe induce a
Maybe
bad
get a
pass.
turnover. Here's Brown going to the basket. The ball was blocked. Good defensive play by Beckley on the first possession of the fourth quarter.
And
Dillon, 3 ball on its way. Got it. Kaboom. Abby Dillon for 3. Beckley within 13.
I think Capital got away with a foul after the shot there. That could easily be a free throw.
So Abby Dillon able to open up the fourth quarter the way she did the game by knocking down a 3 ball.
And that puts her in double figures on the night. She's really battled. She has a tough draw here. With
Toombs, a 15-footer, got to get the rebound, and they do with Josie Cross. Over to Creasy. Creasy having trouble. Brown all over. Over to Abby Dillon. If Beckley can hit a 3, they can be within 10, and something they haven't been within that in a long time going back into the first quarter.
Here's an open look.
Here's Law for 3. He's too strong, but Zokowski keeps the possession alive. Puts up the short shot, can't get it to go. Cross off the window, up and in.
Just like that.
Just like that, Beckley's trimmed the lead to 11. They were down as many as 18, and Capital wants a timeout. Beckley gaining a little momentum. A full timeout, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. We'll take it with them with 42-31 the lead for Capital. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Production.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to Capital out of the timeout, Eric. Beckley with a little momentum. Capital was up by as many as 18. Beckley's trimmed it to 11, not quite 2 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Well, I think if you're Beckley, the player you need to slough off of on the dribble drive is Kyra Brown, who has it right now. Creasy has her hands full and just makes someone else beat you.
And Sales puts up the shot. It's no good, but Capital once again an offensive rebound and a putback, and that's a dagger right there because you'd stopped them. And then Capital able to get the offensive rebound to go back up by 13 as Sales able to put it back in.
Yeah, you actually got what you wanted, someone else taking the shot as there's
a Capital foul. And Eric, that's the 15th foul. So with 5:35 left in the game, 2 more fouls will get Beckley to the free throw line as it'll be side out for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, but as it always happens, it's 5 fouls to 1, so you look for it to even out here down the stretch.
Here's Dillon with it. Hands it to Creasy, a little weave.
See, they do a great job of hedging and cutting off the dribble of the.
Little floater by Creasy, in and out, no good. Josie Cross on the glass. Shots blocked, but Creasy there to follow back up and in. Nice job by Creasy. And now Beckley's going to extend some pressure as Wooten back into the game. Here's a give and go. There's Brown. The shot is no good. Good job by Maya Wooten coming out of there with it. Wooten over to Abby Dillon. A bucket here, Eric, could get Beckley to single digits, something they haven't trailed by single digit. 3 ball, back iron, no good, but Beckley hasn't been within single digits in a while. They pass it, the ball to Cross. Great rebound by Wooten. Dillon open for 3, got it! And Beckley is within 8 as Abby Dillon hits a 3 head of the lane.
And all that goes to
the hustle
of Maya Wooten.
Right. Here's Sales with it, over to Toombs. Back to Sales in the right corner, Sales on the drive. Good defense by Cross, cutting her off. Sales into the lane.
Now, If you're Beckley, you can gamble a little bit. You're not in foul trouble.
Right. That's an offensive foul or nope. They're going to call a block.
And I think that's the correct call. They're going to call it on the trail, and I think it was on Dillon. This is the correct call. It could have been a charge, but Dillon kind of forced the issue right there. And that is a great piece of officiating right there.
So Capital inbounds on the baseline. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. There's a drive by Sales up and in. Count it and it goes. She's fouled. The basket will count. And that takes the lead to 10. And Sales will try to polish off a three-point play.
Yeah, Creasy was there just a little too late of trying to take that charge. And at this juncture, 4 minutes to go, that is a much-needed big bucket by Capital as they polish off the three-point play.
Big three-point play to get the lead back to 11 by Sales as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Creasy, tough shot. Ball's up under the basket. They battle for the rebound. Capital comes out of there with it.
They have numbers.
Yeah, and that was a real tough shot for Creasy. Brown into the lane, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Josie Cross. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Dillon on the move. Toombs all over. Beckley can be aggressive as we got a timeout by Beckley. They're down 11 with 3:34 to go. A full timeout, we'll take it with them. You're watching exciting girls class 4A Region 3 co-final here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Out of the timeout, it'll be Beckley's ball rather, with 3.5 to go, Eric. And an 11-point Capital advantage as Josie Cross will put it in play.
Yeah, and each possession now, we already said value it like it's your last possession, but you really have to get points and stops if you're trailing.
And, you want to be quick, but you don't want to rush. And here's Dillon with it. Belcher into the game. Maddie Belcher puts it on the deck. They knock her to the floor, and we've got a held ball. And the arrow will keep it with Beckley.
And I know why they have Belcher in it. She has a good-looking shot. If they can get her free, but you have to run some kind of she may be coming out. I think they were going to run a set for her there.
I do think as Belcher will come out of the game, she's better, as you mentioned, when she can spot up and shoot rather than take somebody off the dribble.
And I think that's what was supposed to happen right there, and a good overplay by Capital, and they got her to put it on the dish. That's good awareness.
So here is Wooten. Out high. She finds Creasy. Creasy for 3. Short. Rebound. Goes to Capital's Toombs.
And here's where you have to go all out and scramble now if you're Beckley.
Here's a 3 ball in the left corner. Way too strong. That was a quick shot for Capital. And go over to Beckley. I think if you're Coach Cunningham, I don't think you want that shot.
Yeah, I think that was as we stated, they've done great up until this point. There was no need to take that 3 right there.
Well, with the 11-point lead in under 3 minutes, pull it back out and run clock. So here's Abby Dillon with Beckley.
You know how it is, though. You want to knock that down.
Well,
that would have been a.
You also want to play more. That'll get you playing time on the Pine. Here's Josie Cross. I'm showing you how old I am by saying Pine. These soft padded seats, that's where that'll get you.
Pine, I don't know what that means. What does that
mean? Here's Abby Dillon with it. They get the ball to Zokowski. Zokowski spins, goes to the basket, can't finish, but will draw the foul. We'll get to the line with 2:28 left in regulation.
Well, I know this is a miss. Let's get this instant replay because this is a good offense.
It's a great move.
Nice face up and unders. Just can't get it to fall, but that is a tremendous post move.
Well, she's got both hands wrapped up. She's got her left arm wrapped. She's been a warrior. She's been a battler for Beckley for the 4 years. She misses the first free throw. And she's been a really good free throw shooter her entire career. She didn't get that one, and she has another one coming.
She was 3 of 4.
So if she can hit this, she can cut the Beckley, or bring Beckley rather within 10, and she does. So Beckley now down 10. They were down as many as 18. And here's Capital. Beckley putting the pressure, and they got a steal. Creasy with the steal. Back the other way. Dillon, 3-ball, left side, back iron, long rebound to Creasy. Beckley has another crack at it. Cross with it. Backdoor cutting Wooten. She'll draw the foul and get to the line. Good job by Wooten on the cut, and nice pass by Josie Cross.
And that was great court awareness by Wooten. As you see right here on the high-low, she tries to slip in the back door, and that's a good cut.
Good heads-up play by Maya Wooten. She'll get to the line. First time tonight. First free throw on its way is no good. And that's what I'm saying, Eric, about her shot. I think that she just needs to work on it so she have a little bit more touch.
Yeah, and she can get this one to fall. Look for Beckley to get into this full-court pressure.
Second free throw. She banked that one in, so she does get 1 of 2. And for the first time since way back in the first quarter, Beckley has cut the lead to single digits. Here's Capital with it. Toombs attacks the basket, puts it up and in. Timeout Capital. And that will be a full timeout, I believe. Yes, it will, so we'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of this Class 4A Region 3 co-final here on Video Productions.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again.
Final 2 minutes of the ball game. Beckley has it. They've got to go quick, Eric, as they trail by 11.
Yeah, and they're going to try to get it into Olivia. You have to step to the ball right here.
And they turn it over, and here's Toombs. And Capital now just going to run some clock, I would think. Beckley's only committed 3 fouls, so Beckley's got to foul 4 times to get Capital to the free throw line. And you probably ought to start fouling here now.
Yeah, you have to start picking it up. There you go.
And there's Okowski, so that's only the 4th team foul. So you got to foul 3 more times. But first, I think you try to get the steal at first, and if you don't get it, then you got to foul.
Yeah, try to get the steal and foul as you're trying to get the steal.
Right. Like I said, you can hold, you can grab, you can do whatever you need to do. Right here, got a foul. I'm not sure you want Zukowski, though. That's back-to-back fouls.
Yeah, definitely. You need someone else to step up and.
I mean, that's what? That's 3 fouls on her, so you don't want her fouling again. Now they got to get Zukowski off and have somebody else foul. And Wooten should foul her now. Wooten should run over there and foul. So that's 3 straight fouls by Zukowski. You don't want that because that's her 4th foul.
Yes, that's her 4th foul. And, my hat's off a little bit in this loss right now with 1:21 to go. So kind of a steep, uphill battle. But Maya Wooten has held Kyra Brown to 2 points in this second half.
And here's almost a steal, and now she's got to get the foul. They got a foul, and now Creasy does commit the foul, and getting to the line will be Skylar Bishop.
Wooten was that close to getting the steal.
Right. So Bishop averages 5 a game, and she'll step to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. But you got to secure the rebound if you're Beckley, if there is a rebound. This will be Bishop's first opportunity at the line. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is good.
Gets the home roll. Well, the first to 50.
So now defense for offense as they take Nelson out and bring Zukowski back in with 4 fouls. Bishop will get the bonus opportunity, and it's on its way, and she got them both. The lead back to 13. So tough sled for Beckley as they're going to have to score quickly, and here's a tough shot by Creasy, and Capital has the ball. They really don't need to score. They can just run clock. Sale's going to take a short shot, and I think if you're Michael Cunningham, you didn't want that shot. You're under a minute, and now they're going to get Woot for stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, she was trying to get it up the floor, a little contact. But Maya Wooten has been all over the floor the second half.
So this is going to be tough to overcome in it with a minute, Eric. Down 13. Beckley fought back, but Capital had built too big of a cushion. They need to foul.
And this score may end up identical to the game on January 11th.
Yeah, the final score that night was 54-39. This very well could. But I think I think there were a couple of major differences that I've seen. First of all, Capital's defense was outstanding here tonight.
Yeah, especially through that middle of that second quarter is really when it turned the tide.
And here's another thing, too, Eric. Coming down the stretch here, Capital's knocking down these free throws.
Yeah, they're 3 for 3 in the quarter right now.
And make it
right
3
on
of 4.
cue.
Yep. Cross with the rebound. Here's Dillon. It's a 14-point lead. Biggest lead has been 18. Beckley got it under 10 once here in this fourth quarter as Wooten has it, and she's fouled. And Wooten will get to the line. Capital over the limit in fouls. So Les Beckley with 41.8 seconds makes a big run. Beckley's going to finish their season at 9-13 and will not advance to the state tournament for the third straight year. Wooten's free throw is no good, and Capital gets the rebound. And Wooten trying to foul. They get the ball over to Sales, and Capital's going to win this game and punch their ticket to the girls' state tournament. That's a tough foul that Wooten, that almost could have been an offensive foul, it looked like. Yeah, that was a tough foul.
Hey, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I know it's late in the game. Wooten's making a play on the ball, but
my Wooten is tough.
She is
and
tough as
nails. You want her on your team if you want that kind of energy like you said that she brings.
At least 2 or 3. Well, you already got 2 when you have her because she's playing like 2 people. Let's watch this on the instant replay.
But yeah, that could have been a charge. It should have been a charge. That was a hard foul.
That could have been an easy play to call a charge on.
So Sales at the line. 1-and-1 time. Free throw is no good.
Ball don't lie.
Nope. Law gets the rebound. And here comes Beckley. Capital just doesn't need to foul. They can let Beckley, let Dillon shoot, and she does. Short bank, no good. Cross with the rebound, puts it back up, in and out, no good.
And
tough luck shot. That's
symbolic of how the night has been right here.
But Capital capitalized on everything, and the Cougar fans are on their feet as they'll punch their ticket to next week's girls' state tournament. As they won't shoot and they'll run out the clock. Your final score will be Capital 52, Beckley 38. Congratulations to Michael Cunningham and the Capital Cougars. They're 15-10 and will be going to the state tournament. It's a tough, this is always the toughest thing when you lose your last game, especially when you're seniors, and tough for everybody, but especially for Olivia Zukowski and Adriana Law, as Beckley will fall to 9-13. We'll take a quick break, come back and recap as you're watching live streaming coverage of the Region 3 Class 4A co-final here on Video Productions.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to Capital High School as the Cougars are receiving their co-region trophy, Eric, and Capital deserved it as they defeat Beckley by the final score of 52-38 with the win. Capital will punch their ticket to the girls' state tournament next week. Beckley's season will end at 9-13. Beckley got the first bucket of the game, a 3-ball by Abby Dillon, then a 15-0 run by Capital, 15-3 lead, and from that point on, Eric, really Capital really never looked back. The lead was 35-18 at the break, 42-26 at the end of 3. Beckley got to single digits to 9 a couple times in the fourth quarter, couldn't get any closer, and Capital wins the ball game 52-38. Your game recap was brought to you by Mamma Mia, Giovanni's Pizza, with 2 locations to serve you in Leicester Square, in Sophie, also in Glen Daniel. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. We also appreciate Ken Williams Body Shop at 110 New River Drive in Beckley. Dial them up at 304-255-2845. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Eric and I will recap this game and take a look to what we think might happen in next week's state tournament as you have been watching the Region 3 Class 4A co-final streaming live here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Modley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
And we welcome you back to the Cougar Den here at the campus of Capital High School. And the Capital Cougars, Eric, are cutting down the net, and rightfully so. They really earned it. And that's what I said back on top and during the course of the broadcast. Capital, even though their record's only 15-10, and I say only 15-10, but they have really been the top team in this region really since practice started in November. And they really got out of the gates good. They had a tough schedule. but they were really just too much for Beckley. Their defense was outstanding, and they held Beckley to 38 points. And you have to take your hats off to Capital, and also, as you stated during the course of the broadcast, look for even bigger things out of this Beckley team. They only lost 2 girls, 2 seniors. Olivia Zolkowski, who had a great career, Adriana Law, who had a great career. They're the only 2 seniors that will be graduating. So Coach and Neighbors in the mix of what he's got and what's coming up should be good for the future. But meantime, let's get to the present. And Eric, you've got some of the individual totals of this game.
And as you stated, Beckley only scoring 38 points on the night. Capital's defense, I think in that pivotal second quarter when they went on the 15 to nothing.
Well, that was
run.
in the first quarter.
First quarter,
excuse me.
15-0 run, and that was just too steep of a hill to climb for Beckley. As in the second half, they were actually able to win both quarters in the second half, outscoring Capital 8-7 in the third and 12-8 in the fourth. But it was just a little too late, and they were led in scoring tonight by Abby Dillon. She had 13. Olivia Zukowski, my hat's off to the senior. You have to say something about the 2 seniors on this team. I hope the young kids can really work hard and come back and buy into the system as they have. They were really good leaders and fun to watch and cover as she finished with 11. Kyra Brown led the way. The leading scorer for Capital came in averaging 15 points a game, and she knocked in 24 tonight. And her partner in crime, as they did in the last meeting, Natalia Sells, ended up with 13, respectively, of the 52 points.
And the one thing, Eric, and we'll get your take, is Capital moving forward as they go to the state tournament next week. And obviously I don't know who the draw is and who's going to play who. And I haven't seen all the girls' teams. But in my opinion, the best girls' team I've seen this year was Huntington. But I will say this, that Capital, with the style that they play, if they can play that kind of defense, they don't have to shoot the ball as good every night when you play that kind of defense.
Yeah, defense travels, and they played it at home. And right down the road at the Civic Center, if they can get in situational basketball, as far as their defense dictating what they do offensively, because they shot a lot of layups early on. And if I'm going to play them moving forward, I'm zoning them. They're going to have to knock it down from deep, and I'm cutting off the driving lanes.
And they've got the skill players to take defenders off the dribble and get to the rim. And as you said, and you mentioned it earlier, they're getting what they wanted. And they were able to take Beckley off the dribble tonight.
Yeah, and they did. They utilized the matchups, and that was a good job by Coach Cunningham, Michael Cunningham. He realized that some of his guards' size really gave Beckley trouble early on, and then once they got them spread out, they just gashed them all night.
Well, Eric, this will wrap up our coverage as far as, I guess, regular season into postseason on this half. You and I in some capacity, we just don't know what our capacity will be yet, but we'll be a part of video productions at the girls and boys state tournament, and I look forward to that. I've been covering basketball for a long time, and I'll get to cover a state tournament, and the girls tournament will begin Tuesday, March the 8th, and run through the 12th, and then the boys tournament the following week on March 15th and run through the 19th. And if you're a basketball fan, this is a great time of year because you got March Madness on the high school level, boys and girls, and also on the college level with the men and the women.
Yes, not only the spring come, in March, but basketball, and that's what we like. It's been a pleasure to really bring these basketball games because, on the sports level, girls basketball, they don't get a lot of coverage, and I love bringing it to the forefront. It's a lot of good basketball, a lot of great players.
Well, the one thing about it, Butch Mounts had said that we've here at Video Production, we've covered more girls basketball games this year than in their recent years, and we hope to continue to do that. And we appreciate you, the viewer, that able to watch the game. And we appreciate our entire staff, Butch Mounts, Robbie Mounts, the heavy hitter, not with us tonight, Nick Eskinson, neither is A.B. Andrew Boland with us tonight. They're working the Shady game, but they've been a part of what you and I have done pretty much all year, Eric.
Yeah, and it's been a pleasure meeting a lot of new people and new faces, and it's been great to form a team, doing what we like to do, I'd come watch this anyway, so it's good to come and give my view of it. My view's not always right, but I hope people enjoy it.
Well, Eric, here's the one thing. As you turn 50 this year and I'm going to turn 60, I think I can speak for the both of us. Doing this has helped keep both of us young.
Yeah, and that's what I need. I need that fountain of youth. And watching sports, it keeps me a part of it. I'm a big sports fan, avid sports fan. If it's on, I'm watching it. So.
Well, we appreciate your attendance tonight on Video Production. For our final crew, once again, we'll put a bow on this and wrap it up. Final score, Capital beats Beckley 52-38. We want to wish Capital the best of luck in next week's Girls State Tournament. From the capital city in Charleston, good night, everybody.